Alright, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. So, today, we're going to the ocean, the deep ocean, and we're going to do some, basically a barter run. So, I only have 5, and that means, like, I don't have all the trade routes unlocked, but I have enough that I can carry with anyway. So, no matter what, I would be doing the same amount. So what we have today is what we call a money run, and what that means, in case for all of you who don't know, money runs is what people call when you get the 10 mil items, the level 5s, and you get like 5 of them, so basically you get 150 mil adventure, right? So yeah, I'm gonna show you what it's like going out. So let's get to Kulazai, and this is Ilia is basically my hub spot for barter items, so most people have that as well. And it's going out into the adventure or ocean. It's full sail. Every game I play that has an ocean content, it's always raining, like 99% of the time. So a lot of people have been asking me questions about like ocean stuff that I guess I'll try to talk about more or less. And so for all of you who are experienced with the ocean, don't think I'm like calling you dumb or anything. I'm just kind of going over basic stuff, so just keep that in mind. So going into the ocean, bartering is a lot different than just going left and right here, because there's very little wind current, and obviously you don't have to carry a compass around. So luckily for all of us, the Oasis thing has been going on for over a year, which is pretty good. So hopefully that actually was one of the motivations that I had for getting a Carrack, because previously every time I wanted to go into the ocean, I would have to buy one of these compass thingies and basically combine 3 of them, and you get a 3-day compass. So it's 12 million silver just to go into the ocean. It is profitable. You should do it even if the Oasis event ends, but or just literally grind out the compass. But it's one of those things where out in the ocean is kind of like the desert, and you don't have a mini map unless you have a compass. So either way, this will just kind of be irrelevant. Don't even bother looking at it. But we got our items ready to go. Things you should go out with is the compass. Got seawater. Cool. And hopefully in the end, get some money. So some of you guys may ask, how much money can you actually make bartering? And the answer really, it's kind of capped, but it's not per day, because you can only do so many barters a day. It's like your parley number, and obviously the higher your like your barter ranking, the lower each like barter costs. So it's very minimal, but roughly you make about like 700 to 800 mil a day on average. Obviously there are times when you can make significantly more, but it is capped by like how much you can really do. Unlike grinding, for example, this is not as good money as grinding. It is good, but it's not as good, mostly because you can grind for 24 hours if you wanted to. But this one is actually limited to your parley. So basically this is where you would start, right? This is Achilles' Eye. This is where you would pick up your dailies you were going for? But don't worry, we'll still be doing the barter. I'm just doing a guild quest while we're at it. So it's like 2 in 1. Oh my god, dude. Please try again in a moment. God, I hate this so much. I hope I chose the right character, I'm gonna be honest. I did click the tamer, right? Okay, so we got a sea monster quest, but don't worry, it's not going to, we're not gonna change up anything. So let me just quickly look. We have ancient relic, chocolate, that's what I call it anyway. Relic, chocolate, Lantinia, incomplete, and shipwreck. I think I know where those are. So if I'm correct, it should be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and down there. So there's a pattern on what I'm gonna be doing, because I could, like, I usually do a circle method, right? So this one, this, end it over here, and then go back. Now the reason why we don't just go straight down to center and beeline it is because there's like, watch how the wind is going, so you see the arrow facing a certain way. What you want to look out for is basically the colors. It'll be white, green, blue, and red. White is like the lower the number, the better, basically. And so what you want to look out for is, especially when you're doing dailies, so the wind and water waves are certainly higher in certain areas. So it's something that you just learn over time. So like, for example, if you're going right to left, it's lower, but if you're going left to right, the waves are higher. So it's like one of those things you just kind of look at, like you see how it's going that way. You're sailing against the wind or with the wind. So that's why you want to have your sail folded or not. Basically, if you're in your ocean, you want to have it up at all times. Also, yeah, we're looking for ocean stalkers while we're here. So don't mind me. It's probably going to be just a quick minute. If I have to kill the, like, ones deep in the ocean, it's not really a big deal. I can do that. So you see how it's blue right now, right? That's less what we want. How you maneuver your boat is more important if you're at saltwater crocodiles, because those actually damage your boat. Otherwise, if you're down here, like, just whatever, it's not a big deal. So what we want to be is like doing is staying straight ahead over here, whereas if we turned around here, the wind and tide is going to be higher, so it's bad. The most optimal route, if we wanted to do it, would be going this way from here and then going up and then turning from right to left. I just saw an ocean stalker. Big boy. So yeah, learning how to fight the sea monsters is something you really have to learn how to do in the future, especially if you're going for a character, because there's a lot of dailies that you're going to have to do, which involve, obviously, killing the sea monsters. So, not getting your boat sunk, especially in PvE, pretty important. So, this is also why in the last video I explained why I had 10 confident sailors versus innocents and all that stuff. Mostly for the turn. And the higher your turn percent, like obviously you can maneuver around enemies, especially if you're going deep into the ocean fighting crocodiles. You're going to want to actually learn how to maneuver around. Is that an enemy ship? Does this count as a sea monster? Oh my god. What the heck, dude? Go ship! Get away from me! Yeet! What I just did there is something you really don't want to do against crocs. This also is a reason why you should have a compass in the ocean, because knowing where you're going is pretty nice. But otherwise, even if you don't have a compass, I've definitely been out in the ocean without one, and you can see these points. They're not, like, you'll see a ship that's broken, right? But it's not exactly where this point is. It's a little bit under, which is kind of strange why they put it there, but... So you see this icon? It'll be slightly south around here-ish. Here is like basically go down a little bit. Also, one thing is going down into the ocean. If you try to just jump out of your boat and try to swim to the very bottom, it's actually kind of scary, especially at nighttime. And you never know, there could be a sea monster just waiting for you. It is raining every time I go into the ocean. It feels bad. So another thing you could do is if you are just looking for monsters, or looking for sea monsters, 3D map, they'll appear on your map like better than if you had 2D. Sea monster number 4. Let's go. All right, guild quest done. Our first stop is going to be over here, so skipping the next one. So I'll show you this one, for example, right? It's going to be the actual boat to pretty much tell where you are is going to be roughly around over here, not on the icon, always slightly south of it. So just in case you don't know where you are and you see like an icon on the map or just like you see a random boat, that's how you could tell you're in one of the barter points. Also, don't drive through a tornado. I've seen people do that. It's kind of funny, and then just get sunk. Just don't do that. So yeah, if we go straight ahead, there's gonna be something like a boat right here-ish, or at least some sort of icon that you know where you are. I believe that is it, actually. We don't need this one, but I'm just showing you where the point is. See this anchor? This is where, oh, we don't have it, but anyway, this one right here is that one on the map. And you don't want to be really too directly in the center of the square because the wind tide is too high. So let's say you're in the center of it, right? And you have to get to these two. It's going to be difficult because going from left to right is harder than going from right to, or left to right, bad. Right to left, good. So our next target point should be straight ahead in a little bit. We're looking for a mini like boat with like flags, I believe. Yep, straight south ahead. Next point is over here. So you see how we did that? That's literally just 30 mil to the vendor. Just a little tamer sailing in the ocean. Big boat. I think that's it. Is it? I don't think that's it. That one doesn't really look like it either. could be it. I've seen it before. All right, so our next target is if we go directly down over here. We're gonna skip the middle one. We'll go over here. Here you could find 9 sharks. If we find one, I could show you how to go about maneuvering and fighting them, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find it. If it's there, I'll show you. Holy weather system. This is almost like as bad as Hadoom. That's just a baby one. We'll leave it alone. So we're gonna go over here, collect, it's gonna be a broken ship. It's a young, leave it alone. There it is. Oh wait, that's not it. Just kidding. That's halfway point. The next one, the real one, is over there. Oh, there it is. That's a 9 shark. So basically, with your boat, what you're gonna want to do is, once you fire it off one side, because the sea monsters here in the ocean are aggressive compared to like Hekaru and Ocean Stalkers. So what you're gonna want to do is, once you get your shots out, try to turn and maneuver around it. So then that means your cannon on the other side will be reloaded by the time that happens. So once you fire it off, make sure to back off a little bit, and then make sure your right cannon is down. Once that one is ready to go, reset. Attack that one. Make sure you don't leash him too far, otherwise his actual HP will reset. So sometimes you're gonna have to wait on your other thingy, on your cannon, to reset again. Turn around so he doesn't hit you. Fire off your second one. There you go. That's pretty much how you fight every single sea monster. But the ones that are difficult are the saltwater crocodiles, and the reason why that is difficult is because there are groups of them. So sometimes you'll be fighting like 5 to 6 of them at once, and they don't always all follow you in the same pattern. Sometimes they do if you know how to chain them correctly. But if you're just fighting one at a time, just literally kite back and forth and you'll be good. But yeah, that's fighting sea monsters in a nutshell. I literally don't even know what to do with these, and there's just literally hundreds of them, or thousands in my guild bank. Somewhere up ahead, something will just pop up, and that's what we know. This is so dumb. There's a tornado over there, so I can't go to the other side. Jesus, game. I think we just kidnapped someone. Uh-oh. Dude, it's stuck on my boat. Did he? Gone? I don't know, dude. Dude's boat looked like it sailed off. I don't know what's happening. You know what I would do in that situation? Escape, and hope for the best. Buy a traveler's map. Just go, take the hit, go to Port Rat. You might lose your trade goods, but I mean, you're not stuck in the ocean. I have a feeling if they desynced in that spot, you're probably gonna have to traveler's map or sail out and hope for the best. It sucks because if you get stuck out in the ocean over there, getting back to your boat is kind of difficult, especially if you desync out. Another 9 shark. Oh, we missed. We're leaving. If I got a good hit on them, I would have stayed. What we're looking for is a big boat. It'll spawn in somewhere in the distance. Yeah, you know how that just popped up? That's how you miss things, and the reason why I knew it is because I've done this before. That's literally the only reason why I knew it was going to be roughly there. So we're basically over here right now. Our last target is going to be over here. So to zoom out and give you a general idea, Achilles' eye right here, and our target over there. So the bad part is going down this way is kind of difficult because, as I said previously, going from left to right is slower. So ideally what you would want to do if you were on a sailing route and doing your dailies is go down to the Rust area and go down slightly to Pirate Island. The reason why is you aren't completely in the ocean and the waves just, or the tide and wind just not like slowing you down dramatically. But if you are in white or green zone, white or green, not too bad. Basically, the higher is bad, lower numbers is good. Is that another 9 shark? Is that a rust or 9 shark. I think that's a 9 shark. Yeah. I actually hate fighting the rust so much. The reason why is they do weird maneuvers. It's kind of like what you should be doing. It's chasing me. Give me barter. So what I usually like to do after I get my barters done, see all of our trade goods are gone. What I like to do is just go straight down and cut through pirates, because if I were to go directly right from here, the waves and especially the passing storm right now would be pretty intense. So it's better to go straight down than try to cut right. Like, technically you can do both of them. One is just slightly faster than the other. And left to right, not good. Especially if you're passing right through a storm, which is, I swear, is like the 4th time in 30 minutes. The scary part is if you don't have a Carrack, especially if you're trying to do your daily solo, this is the scary part. Like, you don't know, your boat's slow, sea monsters are chasing you, you just want to go from point A to B. But if you want to see what it's like with Frigate, I actually have some videos of me doing dailies like that, so it was one of those things. Also, Pearl Abyss, if you're watching this video, can you remove the invincibility icon from, like, when you're sailing? I like it in general, knowing what I'm doing, but, like, I don't need to know I'm in invincible frame while I'm on my boat. And I don't want to turn it off. I just want it not to be while you're on your boat, but I still want the option on. One good thing about this, I actually rolled off of this when I was changing my ferry. So previously what I had was I had the ferries tier and exhaustible well. If the thing, okay, so inexhaustible well basically is auto use a star anise thingy. So like when you're in the desert and you get heat stroke or hypothermia, that would auto pop for you. And even then it wasn't really that good, but like I had a level 4 of that, rolled it off for a morning star. In my opinion, this is the perfect ferry. The reasoning is, like, your other options are either ferries tier, which is you get a free res every like 2 hours. Inexhaustible well, this is actually a useless skill now. Like, I'm not even joking. They removed hypothermia and heat stroke from the desert. So this is actually useless. Like, you don't even want it. It doesn't matter what level. Even at max, you don't want it. Morning Star is literally just a light And the ferry, I mean, just don't die, dude. But yeah, anyway. For the ferry, the things you really want are Miraculous Cheer as highest priority, Feathery Steps as second highest priority, and yeah, that's really it. At level 5, I should say. So, tier 4. Tingling Breath, I mean, how often do you go underwater? I don't. I just think that is the most useful of the other ones. And then Morning Star literally is just a free fairy light when you're out in like stupid darkness like this. So I think I didn't spend that much on it. I got kind of lucky on my fairy. So I got all level 5s the first time, except I had hype with the Inexhaustible Well one, and then I changed that out to Morning Star. So I think I have a perfect fairy right now. I wouldn't change it. Alright, we're getting out of the ocean, and we're going to cut through pirates and go back to Ilia from there. Why? Because we're not in the ocean, and currents and tides are just not as high. So once you're not in the desert, or not in the ocean, I should say, it's good. So right now we're about like 37 minutes into the sailing. I'm pretty sure if I didn't stop for sea monsters on the side, and I literally didn't stop because apparently I accidentally kidnapped some random who desynced out of his own boat. I don't even know how, but we probably could have shaved off a few minutes from there. Yeah, so roughly from start to finish, it takes me about 30 minutes, and that is with a Carrack, so not too bad. 150 mil, 30 minutes is roughly good money, assuming you aren't grinding Kadoom. So basically, if you're not in super end game grind, you're fine. Like, even now, it's like, I think it's good money. It's lazy money. I didn't really do anything. But yeah, we ended up 150 mil. That is what we consider a money run for bartering. And let me see, what would we actually need? Do we have any torn treasure maps? Yikes, dude. 300,000 parley left. I can't really say I want to go from Ilia down to here just to get treasure coins. I mean, it's worth it if you have time on your hands, but I'm just lazy and don't want to do that. That sea monster just disappeared. This was such a bait event. Life XP 100% up to Artisan 1. Wow, I got my Termian Parkfish at Artisan 1. That's cool. Fishing life skill, like, so irrelevant. I wish they would change the effects on some of them. Like, gathering is the higher the mastery, that's fine. Higher your level, good, fine. My main is Guru 8 gathering. Fishing is got to be one of the most useless things as you progress. You get to see hot spots and stuff, but like, who cares? You're better off if you're trying to fish for money. You just go do something else. Hunting, hunting is okay money. You just kind of have to know what you're doing. It's just really hard to level. Cooking, literally AFK activity. That one is fine. Alchemy, same thing as cooking. Good. Processing, kind of irrelevant. Training is actually really good though. Like, we're talking about the higher the level goes, and like if you're in Guru, the higher it is, that's when like the effect is good. Trading, obviously, trading is a dead life skill, but I mean, it's fine. You make more money the higher your level is. That's no need to change that. Farming, honestly, after Master, when you get old moon fences, any level after like Master 1 is so irrelevant. Bartering obviously is good. Sailing, I think sailing is good. Artisan 2. Abrupt turn. I was told that abrupt turn is actually pretty bad because it's kind of like drifting in a way. However, if you are trying to drift in PvP, you kind of like lose control over your ship for a little bit, and to the point where like if your enemies know what they're doing, they could just do a slight turn and still shoot you, while you can't really transition or like animation cancel out of a turn. So and then I don't really know many Guru sailors. I'm sure there are some, but I don't actually know. Oh, never mind. There are no Guru sailors on this channel, at least. Artisan 3 is to make top 30. We are Artisan 2. So the reason why we took this route is, one, we can just auto path it, which is always nice, instead of, you know how when this was the last stop we made, we went, so this is how it went. We went down and then this way. So we made a big L like here, here. What we could have done, which would have been a little bit slower, I'm pretty sure, was beelined it straight down here, but the wind and stuff would still be pretty heavy, to the point where we'd probably, right now, if we were to have just cut down, we'd probably be at Achilles' Eye right now. So I think it is a little bit faster. I'm pretty sure nightmares are good. Oh boy. Well, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna go to Nightmare Zarka, and I'm just gonna cut the video off now. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.